Hello, this is Emilie, and you are here with me, lucky you, listening to Jacked Up with Brent and Jason.
An eye for an eye, a heart for a heart, a soul for a soul. We fight for the dream, we fight to the death, we fight for control. There is no such thing as justice, or the best that we can hope for is revenge, a hostile takeover.
Well, back on the program, Brent and Jason. Minus Jason, he is apparently hungover, being a bum, and not coming into work. So right now, though, excited to welcome on the show singer Emilie Autumn. Thanks for ringing in.
Hi guys. I just wanted to let you know, Brent, Jason is actually here with me, and he says that he's really sorry, but he's just not going to make it in.
You know what? There are a few days I'm jealous of him, but if that were the case, I would be extremely right now.
Yeah, he wants to say hi to you, but it's just not happening. So
yeah, well, we'll have a talk about that later. First of all, look, I got to admit, I've only been a fan for about literally 2 weeks. What happened?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was flipping through a year-old Revolver magazine here in my office, and I ran across an article of you in there, and I went and listened to the Flag video and song and watched it and everything. And how often is it that people just end up discovering you and wish they'd heard about you years earlier?
I'm not sure, because probably the ones who do haven't chosen to interview me, so I don't really know. But I like it, and I think that's a very well. First of all, we don't use the word fan; we use the word plague rat because it's so much better. So if you're a fan for a couple, now you're officially a plague rat. So that's good. It's a much more honorable thing to be. So welcome to the asylum. I hope you're cool with not going home, because people don't generally leave here.
I'm all ready to start, I guess, spreading the disease or whatever you call it. Yeah.
No, it's true. If a virus doesn't spread, it dies. So don't be responsible for the death of this thing.
Well, since we're on,
it's all on you now.
Since we're starting on a pretty dark note here, it's also October. Halloween's coming up, and just out of curiosity, do you have any memorable Halloween stories that you might want to share? Anything like that?
Most of the time, I've been on tour on Halloween or something like that. I think I do have some vague recollection of like having an amazing costume one day when I was 8 years old, and then it raining and I had to go trick-or-treating in a plastic bag. I mean, probably one of the shaping events of my life, because now I'm actually melting plastic bags in my hotel room in preparation for the tour in a few days to make gigantic wings for a new character. And they are now made out of plastic bags. Now everyone knows.
Well, I mean, you could be burning worse in a hotel room and melting worse. So, I mean, costumes are great.
That is so true. And I've never smoked anything. So now, like, we're talking about burning stuff, and I'm inhaling spray paint. But the sad thing is it could be more damaging. If no one ever hears from me again, please be sure to tell them all. Well,
I just hope this doesn't send you down a even worse path with all those fumes and everything, and getting you hooked on something you shouldn't. But
I hope not. We'll be able to tell by my on-stage performance. If I start getting some real publicity by just acting really just crazy and high all the time, then I don't. Maybe that's what my career needs. I need to do more drugs.
Yeah, I mean, everyone needs it. Obviously, it helps plenty of people out. Maybe you should look into that. We do not recommend that for the fans, though. Just to put that out there.
Definitely not. No, they already know that that it's not my style, but that makes it even more fun to joke about.
Right.
I have no problem with a nice bottle of champagne, though. Hint, hint.
Oh, absolutely. I'm certainly there with you. But back to the music and what you're up to. What's next on your queue? I know you just mentioned that you're getting ready for some more shows. I know you just got back from a couple of international dates, I believe.
Got back from Russia. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but what's up with some more music? When are we going to hear some new stuff?
Oh, thank you. Well, what's happening now is we've got a couple more tours lined up that are sort of this Flag Fight Like a Girl tour situation, and what's after that is an incredible amount of work going into the Broadway musical version of this show, of my book, The Asylum for Wayward Victorian Girls, which is what this show and the music and everything is built around, is this actual book that I wrote some years ago. And so what's going on is really just coming up with the the perfect plot for world domination, and that involves doing this musical and basically creating a holographic version of myself so that there can be two me's on stage at the same time, and so that you don't know which is which. That is actually the plan. Did you freak out?
That is actually pretty freaking cool. So I mean, what's the estimated date of the musical going on and all that? I mean, what are some of the details?
Sure. The hope is for this to be debuting on stage somewhere, starting probably in London, then moving to New York within the next couple of years. But I'm working around the clock to make this happen as soon as possible. We're working with some crazy new technology now that is very time-consuming in programming, but it will be worth it because it's going to basically make everybody question their actual sanity and level of reality. And part of that is through the awesomeness of the music, but most of that is going to be because what they're actually looking at is not what they're actually looking at.
Well, the visuals, I'm sure, will be pretty great. I know for a fact, like you're mentioning the hologram stuff and all that. I remember when they had Tupac alive at Coachella, and that was amazing. So, certainly with your added twist to it, I think that it would be something really cool to see.
I think it's definitely worth doing. Yeah, it's definitely a huge project, but so worth it because, like we're creating not just a person, we're creating an entire universe.
Right. Well, how about some, let's talk about acting a little bit. I haven't seen The Devil's Carnival yet, but what's weird is a few weeks ago, before I'd even read the article about you, I had read of it online on Wikipedia because of Bill Moseley's involvement. We've had him on the show as well before, and we talked about him. Yeah, we've had him on.
He was just at my birthday party.
Oh, really? I was just about to ask if y'all guys had hit it off or anything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He was just here. He was the first guest at my surprise birthday party that Mark Center threw, who was also in the Devil's Carnival with us. And then Darren Bousman and everybody showed up 3 minutes after that, and I was completely surprised. So they got me. Right. And then I jumped into the hot tub with my clothes on and made out with Captain Maggots, and everything went down from there. And it was a great night.
It sounds like a good
time. He took pictures, so yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, are you going to do any more acting, though, anything like that, or are you just pretty much working on your tour and all that
I'm working on all of this, but that doesn't mean that I'm not doing other things, not because I have time, because I don't, but just because we're doing Devil's Carnival 2, the episode 2 of that, and that is heavily featuring, I'm very grateful to say, my character, who's returning, and so that is going to happen probably at the worst possible time, somewhere in the next few months in the middle of all of this. And I will have to find a way to do it, or I will just send the holographic version of me that I've created to do it for me, and nobody will be the wiser.
So, I mean, of course, you're going to be overloaded with all this stuff, but the people that really benefit is going to be all the fans. So, I mean, that's something for them to look forward to, despite all the suffering and work you're going to be doing for this. But
no suffering. I mean, the gift of my life has been to actually grow up and get perspective and realize that everything I have to bitch about is kind of a blessing, that I'm lucky that I even have that problem. So that's kind of just made everything just a joy to deal with, even if it means not sleeping, as it has, which is probably why I sound so damn happy, is because I'm high on paint can fumes and being awake for 72 hours.
Well, we're going to pretty much wrap things up before you accidentally blow the hotel room up while you're on the phone with us. That would be horrible. But before we do let you go, for any other people that this is the first time they may have heard of you or anything like that, where are the best places to keep up with you, check out your music, buy an album, anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. Best place as your central hub that you should visit first thing every day is emilieautumn.com. And from there, you can find links to everywhere. I think the album is selling really well in Hot Topics around the country. But really, you can go on there. You can go on iTunes and buy basically work going back to when I was 17 if you want. So yeah, go crazy.
Definitely recommend her music again, Emilie Autumn. Look her up, buy her stuff, and we'll be back right after the break.